Yeah, but when I get done with her appointment tomorrow, I'll be straight up to Kroger to do a little bit of shopping.
Okay.
Or to do the shopping.
Okay.
Alrighty then. I
What's
know
up,
you
Pepsi?
I know you'll probably be at work already. Because I won't get to there until probably 3, 4 o'clock.
Right.
Let me see, because her appointment is at 1. So I'll be headed out. Wake me up about 10. Why do you always say that? You're up before I am. That's why I tried out fucking 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to know.
I'm saying if I don't hear my alarm, a lot of the time if I'm tired, I shut my alarm off, turn around and go back to sleep.
Right. We're going to get ready to start this next game, y'all. We're going to pick up where we left off at. We're going to get ready to start this next game, y'all. We're going to pick up where we left off at. We're going to get ready to start this next game. 3. Shout out to the 2. What's up, Charlie? No, I ain't know that. Oh, okay then, Charlie. I know, I did too. We playing as the Chiefs. This is week 3. I got the standard version. Y'all come through, it's gonna get crazy, man. All right, y'all. Tonight's game, we got Kansas City, the Chiefs, taking on New York Giants in this Week 3 showdown of Madden 2026 prime time. We at the Sunday night prime time show. I hope y'all like it. Let's go.
Just across the Hudson from downtown Manhattan, we welcome you inside MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight on Sunday Night Prime Time, it's the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants on Sunday Night Prime Time. On the visiting sideline, there's the Chiefs head coach, Andy Reid. He's got his defense playing well. They enter this one coming off the shutout in the win a week ago. On the other side, it's Giants head coach Brian Daboll. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So here come the Chiefs, and that means the 3-time Super Bowl MVP, twice the league MVP. Almost hard to believe, Greg, it's season 9 for Patrick Mahomes.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Brings up third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They get 18 on that one. First down, KC.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. A huge run from Pacheco. 31 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
Here's Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. A loss of 3.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
And he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution. And that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm. And that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Harrison Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the first-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
It was pretty clear after sitting down with him earlier in the week that he was just not satisfied with last week's performance. And while he was so clear, he's like, listen, I am thrilled that we won the game. He goes, I understand if we want to continue to stack up wins, I need to be better. And it starts with protecting the ball. So back to basics this week in practice, trusting what he sees, relying on his understanding of the offense. If all those things come together, I think we'll see a better performance out of him today.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Out of shotgun, it's Dart. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, The first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he will go all the way. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown.
Thank you, Charlie.
Well, on one sideline, you're ecstatic. You couldn't have dreamed up a better start. 2 drives, 2 long touchdowns. But then across the field, they've got to answer some hard questions. They've got to figure out exactly what they're doing wrong defensively, because if there's one thing in the NFL, you cannot give up big plays, and you especially can't give up big plays for touchdowns.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Giants nothing.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg, here is Dart. This one, batted away.
Yeah, anytime, Charlie. You know we got to support one another, bro.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get it.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Yeah, you already told me, Charlie.
Operating from the gun. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Wandale Robinson, the one he was looking for that time. And it'll be 3rd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Let's go now.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
And it was probably a little bit closer than they would have preferred, but the decision to go for it pays off as they get just enough to extend this drive.
18 Cardinal, 18.
They'll go play action here with Dart. Pushed out to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A gain there of 21. That's good for a Giants 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready, ready. Ready. 70.
So we are through one
Here on Sunday Night. No, I don't think so. It's the Chiefs.
On top. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. Giants football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10. On play action, it is Dart. The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here comes Dart. Oh, they're running in a flash, and he lost the football. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. Hey, Greg, no one better than you to talk about the rookie crop of tight ends, especially at the top. A couple of guys who have Midwest ties, played in the Big Ten, now find themselves in the Midwest, especially Colston Loveland, who's a Chicago Bear tight end.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Mike, when I watch Loveland play, when you look back and watch his tape from Michigan, there's 2 guys that play tight end in the NFL. There's the guy that you have to script open. He's going to catch flat routes and naked routes, and he's going to catch the easy ones, and he'll run after and get what he can. And then there's the guys, Mike, that get themselves open. They can win 3rd down one-on-ones. They can win versus press. They can win routes downfield versus defensive backs, not just linebackers. When I watch Colston Loveland, that's the guy I see.
And another one out of the Big Ten, Tyler Lawrence from Penn State. He goes to Indianapolis.
Yeah, and he's a little more of a throwback, right? He can play a little quarterback, he can play H-back, he can put his hand on the ground. He's still good enough and athletic enough to play in space. When you look at what Penn State did with him, there wasn't a position on the field, including center, that he didn't play. So he's a really big, physical run after catch. I think he's a good fit because remember, in Indy, that Shane Steichen offense, they're going to want to run the ball. They're going to want to get
to the goal line and in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Buckner now for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Chiefs move out to a commanding 28-0 first half lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Montrell Washington now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation.
Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Dart. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A fumble recovery for touchdown. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great time to bring pressure. If you're the defense there, you know you have them backed up, you know their quarterback's looking to make a play to get out of there, and you dial up pressure at the perfect time, not only to force the fumble, Mike, but you're able to recover it in the end zone for 6.
Now Butker to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Chiefs stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
Here we go.
Throwing is done. The ball comes out. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. They'll start with the football already in the red zone. Big opportunity here on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
To throw is Mahomes. On the move left. And he will get into the end zone. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chiefs keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Giants offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready? Here we go, set.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. Sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. Really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12.
60 in.
To throw is Dart. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
Third jab, over, in a flash, and he lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And before this drive starts, let's take a look at the current race to see who's going to take home the award of NFL Most Valuable Player.
Yellow.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he'll take this one in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Neighbors in motion. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Falls out. It appears one of the Giants, yes, they were able to fall on it, so they keep possession.
Brings up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Now, look out. That ball is free in the end zone. And that's going to be scooped up in the end zone. A bubble recovery for touchdown. And a deep hole gets even deeper. This has been one-sided right from the start. And this first half nightmare continues.
In a league, Mike, where we see so many close games and there's such parity, every now and then it just seems one team is just clearly dominant, clearly in control of the game. And so far in this first half, that's what's unfolding in front of us. We'll see if they can get back into it in the second half. But up until this point, this team is in complete control.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Washington now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. the gun. It's Wilson. Oh, a loose football. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs stretch things out even further.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Washington now to return it, and he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. He'll get this out quickly to Neighbors, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
A run here with Tracy on 2nd down, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home to take on the Cardinals in the NFC West. And it's welcome back from injury for this guy, Brandon Ayuk. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. From there, we go to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Let's check in on the Chargers as they host the Denver Broncos. And it's the second-year quarterback, Bo Nix. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Cowboys. And this is Dak Prescott. He's going to do it himself, takes it into the end zone, 11-yard touchdown. The Cowboys come out on top, and Brian Schottenheimer has his first W as the head coach of Big D.
I hope you guys are enjoying week 3 of Kansas City franchise mode. Yes.
As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
I don't know. Like I was saying, I hope you guys are enjoying this franchise. Week 3, Kansas City. And looks like the New York Jets. No, Giants. My mistake, y'all.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Washington now to return it. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Brian Daboll there, the head coach of the Giants. His guys heading back out for their next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Looking to throw. It's pulled in by the Chiefs. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And they will score again. This time it's the defense. And Greg, this just
What's up, Mikey?
has been a one-sided affair from the start.
Yeah, and on a day where it just seems like nothing has gone their way, this fumble return for a touchdown kind of just adds injury to insult. There's days, Mike, where you just don't have your best and the other team has the upper hand, and I think it's pretty clear today is one of those days.
Butker now to add the PAT. The kick is good, and the Chiefs will add one more onto their big lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And he'll catch nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. In the pocket, looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are. And I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
After that fumble recovery, a big opportunity here. 1st and goal.
Go on, Eddie!
Here's a run. And he's into the end zone yet again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and adds up to 16 now on the season. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball 1st and goal, and Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Butker now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Chiefs add on to their already sizable lead.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now Russ. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
At the 34-yard line.
Burton now going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And that is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
That's fielded at about the 18. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Chiefs and their running back, Isaiah Pacheco, head out for their next drive. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. He'll work forward for a couple. Paulson Adebo is there to make the play.
Down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
Big play for KC. 33 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Yellow.
Here's a toss to Pacheco. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
Back at the 18-yard
Look,
line.
Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback.
And he's got another one. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, KC. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now Butker to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs stretch things out even further.
Giants nothing. Harrison Butker to kickoff for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Back to throw. Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Third and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. That is going to be intercepted by Trent McDuffie. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown Chiefs. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And another score puts them in great shape here in the 4th quarter. Greg, looks like they are on their way to 3 games and 3 wins.
And they say the only thing better than being 2-0, Mike, is being 3-0. And barring something unforeseen here down the stretch, they're going to get their 3rd straight victory to start this season. Can't ask for a much better start. This is going to give them a real good opportunity late in the season to find themselves in pretty good position.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Wilson to throw. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike. And if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL. And so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. On the sideline, the unmistakable Andy Reid as the Chiefs take the field once more. And they are really playing well here to start September, aren't they? On their way to 3-0 as they look to finish this one off. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Pacheco. Has some room inside the 30. And he'll be taken down. A gain of 16 yards. And the Chiefs have a 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down. They'll run with Pacheco. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Kansas City. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Here's Butker now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Chiefs tack on one more to their lead.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3.
The Giants take over 1st and
The Giants offense ready to take over once more. They trail here late, hoping to put something, anything on the board before they get out of here. Going to start this drive, 1st and 10. Wilson. That's down the field and intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I got to give credit, Mike, where credit is due. I mean, they have played a complete game in all facets of football. I mean, the scoreboard pretty much reflects what we've seen play out here over the last 4 quarters.
1st down throw, Mahomes escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
A gain of 21
So every team
yards.
practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
Yellow.
A first down throw for Mahomes. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
And he will have the first down. Even with 3 timeouts on the other side, they're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
Yellow.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
Yellow. 480.
A run. It's Pacheco. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's now third and 4.
Here's Pacheco. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs are going to extend their lead.
Harrison Butker and a kickoff for Kansas City.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Wilson to throw. The ball comes out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery.
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just...
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Butker now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Chiefs are able to extend the lead.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. Here we go. One. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And this will be recovered by the defense on the final play. Kind of a fitting end to this one. This game is over. Oh, there's nothing better than when the defense scores a touchdown, except when a big man on the defense finds his way to the end zone.
Yeah, I think it's been a while since that guy had a ball in his hand, Mike, probably since his earlier days as a young kid. But, boy, he looked comfortable. What a return. What a play for him to be able to pick up that loose ball and bring it all the way back. Man, nothing brings life to a sideline like a defensive lineman touchdown.
So, it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start.
Yeah, bracelet.
All right, y'all. Look like Kansas picked up the win against the New York Giants. We're going to see where they land at for week 4.
With that, we say good night from New Jersey.
All right, y'all. In week 4, Kansas City will be getting to it with the Baltimore Ravens in their next game. Let's see if it's going to be a home game or a away game. Okay, Baltimore comes to Kansas City. Y'all stay tuned to view this next game. Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens on this Madden 2026 grind time. See you there.